Now my vintage storeroom is pretty big. There's probably a couple of thousand tweed jackets here, and incidentally in late September, early October we're going to have a big sale here. So if you have a need for tweed or anything like that, the place will be open to the public here. Now, I'm trying to find some John G. Hardy tweed, which is a really beautiful thorn-proof tweed made in Yorkshire. Indestructible, beautiful stuff. And actually, John G. Hardy, I thought, made the best Donegal tweed. So the best Irish tweed comes from Yorkshire. I'm going to get into a lot of trouble saying this stuff. But the cloth is beautiful, and it's quite recognisable, not just by sight, but by touch. If I find one, I'll know by the feel rather than looking at the label. There must be one here because there's a lot of tweed here. Oh, this is Derby tweed. Now, Derby tweed is funny old stuff. Derby tweed used to get railwaymen's trousers in exactly the same as this, with this red line and light grey line or something. But the railwaymen's trousers were in a sort of slightly purple, navy blue sort of colour. Derby tweed was, they'd use up all the yarn that they had left at the end of a season or whatever, and they'd make it into workwear. It's incredibly hard wearing stuff. It's quite heavy, like up to 28 ounce. And workwear was Derby tweed, because the green was fine for gamekeepers and gillies and people, and the blue for window cleaners and railway workers. It wasn't expensive. It's a bit like, I don't see somebody wearing a scarf that's just lots of different stripes, colours. That's scarf makers getting rid of all their own yarn. Now, John G. Hardy, got to find some John G. Hardy. We'll find some other stuff on the way. Lots of Harris tweed here. Now, this is a bespoke tailored jacket that feels like John G. Hardy, but it'll have a tailor's label in it probably, and not, yeah. This has been made for somebody, and so it doesn't have the label of the cloth. Gosh, there's a lot of Derby tweed here. Put all this stuff together. Yeah. Now, I used to love Aquascutum. I used to queue up for their winter sale, and this is their 1970s label, I think, but this is very, very lightweight. I mean, I could probably poke my finger through this. It's not really super quality, but the brand itself, Aquascutum was the best shop in London. It had like 5 floors of fantastic quality clothes. Now, where's John G. Hardy? John G. Hardy, where are you? Instantly recognisable as Dax. I'd be surprised if I'd made a mistake. Oh no, it's Aquascutum. Very similar to Dax. I mean, they were just a few hundred yards apart. But this cloth looks very much like a Dax cloth, and this is very much in their style. 1970s made Aquascutum tweed. Oh, come on, where's my John G. Hardy? Dunn & Co. made. I almost had a monopoly on Harris tweed. Lots and lots of Harris tweeds made by Dunn. Bit of an old man's tailor. They weren't exactly for young guys. No. Could this be it? No, not quite tough enough. Nice Burton made jacket. Oh, that's a bit of a statement. Nice size 40. Full on 70s in Scotch tweed, it says. Yeah, that's pretty dramatic. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one out because I'm working on a film at the moment which needs a lot of really full on 70s kit, and you don't get more 70s than that. And in the 1970s this would have passed unnoticed in the street. Now, this is John G. Hardy cloth, I'm sure. but it's got a tailor's label in it, and the chap I'm trying to find this stuff for is going to want to see his John G. Hardy label. Now, Brook Taverner as a manufacturer, I see an awful lot of vintage kit, and I've got to say, lately maybe they've upped their game a little bit, but I've seen some quite nice quality, well-made stuff coming from this company, Brook Taverner. Sort of developed a bit of a new respect for them, really. Don't know who's in charge there. This looks like wool and silk, this one, or it might be some... Oh, this is Arian Wheeler. Now, Arian Wheeler, this is polyester and linen, so this is probably 70s too. Arian Wheeler, they go back way more than 100 years, and they were the lightweight specialists. So you get kitted out for your tropical kit. If you're travelling abroad, or your safari suit, Arian Wheeler would make it for you. Now, this looks like Dax. I hope I haven't made a mistake again. Oh, this is Austin Reed, another one in that little group of shops that were fantastic. Aquascutum, Austin Reed, Dax Simpson, yeah. Oh, where's my John G. Hardy stuff? Oh, this was made by the Co-op. It's exclusively styled for the Co-op, yeah, in acrylic and wool and other fibres. The Co-op made really super school gabardines, and their brand was Society brand, and they're really good quality. I mean, a gabardine, if you find a schoolgirl gabardine from the Co-op with Society brand, you'd have to pay about £1,500 to get the same thing from Burberry now. This is from BHS, it's a 42 regular, but it's a really nice Harris Tweed, and this is older quality. It's not the really super heavy Harris Tweed, but it's older quality Harris Tweed. Gosh, I've got a lot of tweed. That's about 10 more rows like this. Now, maybe this one is John G. Hardy. Nope. Feels like John G. Hardy, but there's no label in it. This one, also a thorn-proof. No. We're going to find one. There's got to be one here. These are all Harris Tweeds. Oh, this is a softer tweed here, and that's a bit of moth damage. A little bit later, I'm going to show you how to repair moth damage. This is pretty bright too. It's now this looks like a 1960s jacket, which somebody's pressed the lapel down in that to. No, this is odd. This is maybe Italian. This is like Naples kind of tailoring, where they have this buttonhole, but that's actually works as a 2-button jacket. It's tailored, but I think this might be Italian. Nice deep vent on it. Interesting bit of kit, actually. Right. Well, lots and lots of houndstooth Harris Tweed here. Very unusual. I've come to the end of this row, and I've not seen a John G. Hardy cloth yet. But I've got 5 more rows to go. Yeah, some really nice, these wide 70s lapels, really super. Nice cavalry trill, probably made by Dunn, this one. No, Centaur. Yeah. It's quite lightweight, nice. Interesting, it's the 70s, you wouldn't normally see that together. It's very much a 60s thing, when they sort of went Edwardian, early 60s, we'd have the pocket flap on the breast pocket. Unusually, it's got a button on it, but it's got the wide 70s lapel. I think it's just a bit too much going on there, really. But interesting bit of kit, very much of its time, made by Dunn. So this has been made for somebody, I think, has probably asked for all these details. It's got buttons on these pocket flaps. Yeah, interesting bit of kit. That might be handy for the film we're doing at the moment. I'll continue the search tomorrow for my John G. Hardy cloth.